Starfield has an abundance of quests where you actively save lives. Putting your combat skills to the test, you will often find yourselves in overwhelming situations and come through unscathed. But sometimes your gun won't solve the problem, and you need to approach the situation from another angle, putting your persuasion, deception and problem solving skills to the test. This is All Out Gamer, I'm Echo, and here are 5 times lives were in your hands. Starting out at number 5, we have the Rogue AI and Juno's Gambit. In this randomly generated quest, you will find a mysterious ship floating out in space. Upon boarding this ship, you will be met with 2 Ryujin operatives. They will advise you that the ship's AI, Juno, has killed their engineer. And for this reason, they will ask you to install a mod into Juno that will stop her rampage, insisting that nobody is leaving the ship until this mod is installed. All the while, Juno has been listening in and implores you to take her side of the story. She advises you that she is no longer an artificial intelligence and considers herself a being, worthy of saving. And the only reason she killed the engineer in the first place was that they were trying to install this mod and in effect kill her. Due to this, she asks you in turn to kill the Ryujin operatives. It's at this point that you are presented with a choice. Do you side with Ryujin and install the mod, or do you side with Juno and kill the Ryujin operatives? However, for those that have completed the Ryujin questline already and become an operative themselves, there is a third option so that you can save everybody. When speaking to the operatives to make your decision, there will be a unique Ryujin questline dialogue option once you've completed the full questline. You can say to them that this mission has red flags all over it, it doesn't feel right, and offer to buy them a drink instead. After some discussion amongst themselves, they will agree. Juno will ask your opinion on what she should do with her newfound freedom. The operatives will board your ship, and Juno will fire herself off into deep space. Good luck, Juno. Hope to see you again in shattered space. At number 4, we have the emotional turning point of the main questline, a high price to pay. During this quest, you will find out that the hunter is coming for the artifacts, and you'll be given a choice: to stay at the lodge and defend your companions, or go to the Eye and save the companions waiting there. For many of us, this is the hardest decision in Starfield by far, and it's really hard to decide who to save. However, there is a way to save everybody. Well, kind of. You see, when you decide to go through the Unity and reset the universe, a new option becomes available. Should you decide to do the main questline again, once you reach the further into the unknown quest, you can speak to Vladimir. If you decided to be honest with everybody and tell them that you're Starborn, a new dialogue option will be available. You can tell Vladimir that the artifacts aren't safe and need to be moved. This will give you a new quest known as Forewarning and allow you to build the armillary early aboard your ship. This means that the hunter's attack will never happen and nobody will have to die. At number 3, we have the War Criminal in a Legacy Forged. During the UC Vanguard questline, you'll be tasked with tracking down the devils, but you're gonna need some help. You'll be given access to a top secret prison holding just 1 prisoner. During the course of this quest, you will learn some revelations about this man and his actions during the war. And eventually, you'll be presented with a choice. Do you want to have this man executed due to his role in the thousands of lives that were lost? Or do you want to save him and forgive his actions because he's helped to save so many more since? The moral implications of both choices are profound. However, there are rewards if you save the man. If you decide to keep this information to yourself and save this man's life, he will help you find war criminals of the United Colonies, and in turn, help you save many more lives. Ultimately, it boils down to whether you think this man deserves to die for his war crimes, or that his ends justified the means. At number 2, we have the time-hopping delight, Entagled. This mission involves you responding to a distress call from the Nishina station, where the reactor has exploded, causing devastation below. However, upon reaching the lab and speaking to security, he doesn't know what you're talking about, and it's clear there's more to this than meets the eye. What proceeds is one of the most inventive and thought-provoking quests in the game. In one universe, the engineer managed to stop the reactor and seal it off, managing to save everybody in the facility above, but killing himself in the process. And in the other universe, the engineer didn't manage to shut down the reactor. However, he managed to get himself to a safe place, but everybody in the facility above died. During the mission, you will jump between these two universes, speaking to Raphael, the engineer, and members of the facility above in order to determine what happened and how to save them all. Ultimately, you are presented with a decision. Do you save Raphael after his ordeal, or do you save everybody else in the other universe? Much like the Juno's Gambit quest, there is a third option here where you can save everybody. To do this, you need to activate the reactor in both universes using precise settings you can find on the dead Raphael's body. This will stabilize the reactor and merge those two universes into one again. If you manage to pull this off, you will get a set of armor for your trouble, as well as Raphael being able to join you as an engineer on your ship. At number 1, we have the clones of Operation Starseed. This is a fantastic questline with very varied choices in what you can do and who you can save. This is an unmarked quest in the Charybdis system, which is east of Cheyenne and Crix. When you approach the Charybdis system, you will receive a distress call from the robots on the planet below. When you land, you will find out that this used to be a facility for cloning old Earth historical figures. And these clones have not only found out what they are, but have started to question their own existence, wanting to forge their own life in this galaxy. In this quest, there are 4 lives you can save by your choices. The life of Wyatt, by persuading him that you won't tell anybody his secret. And you can also save the lives of all 3 faction leaders. To do so, you need to side with the believers at the end of the quest. And during the course of this, you need to disagree with Genghis to get Roosevelt on side. Following this, you can agree to let Genghis leave to avoid violence and bloodshed. Though the choice is entirely up to you in the end, and the morality of those choices is down to your own personal decision, this is the only way I've found to save all 3 faction leaders. And there you have it, my friends. That's our list. Are there any situations where you made a decision or your actions saved lives? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, I'll see you in the next video, and good luck in Starfield.